My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah.
Coach, just a stone's throw from here. The bikers and joggers, they're lighting the shores of Lake Michigan, and rightfully so. But we've got some football business to take care of at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
third down. Brissett. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is brought in at the 21. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Bravo! 50, Mike 50. 3 buzz.
Now Trubisky on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 45 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Brissett from the gun on third. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Come on, 180. Alert. Go. Slide.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Move. 180. Watch the run.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Here's Trubisky. And Ingram hauls it in. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Here we go. 180. Longer jump. Yep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On second down, Brissett again. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's
Complete to Marlon Mack. A gain of 7. First down, Colts.
this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Strong right. 3 down, 3 down.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
Target.
They'll throw again. Brissett. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they are in at this stage of the game.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Brissett to throw on 1st. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
To throw is Brissett. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost... It's like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, Delta.
58, right over there.
Hey, 18.
58, right there.
Come on. Alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On first down, Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Alert. General West.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Evan Ingram there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Bang, 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 bang.
A second down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for Gabriel. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
49, check 49.
Move. Hey, ball. Smooth. Spot. 18. No.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, Spike.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight ends Ringo.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Watch time. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Robinson's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now it's Trubisky. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Trubisky now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Brissett now. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 3rd down, Brissett looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for them. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Check, check,
First
check.
down, Indianapolis.
On first and 10, Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, here's Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. He's at the 50. The 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second and 7, Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm coming for you, son. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, keep it up.
Brissett. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. They'll throw again. Brissett into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing, Brissett to Gabriel, middle of the field. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's third and long for Brissett. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Push him back.
Now Brissett on fourth down. And it is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a second and 13. side. Moss. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll run on first down. Hubbard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hot.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Staying on the ground with Mack. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Brissett. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
31's the mic. Here we go. 31's the mic. You're not ready.
After the sack on first down, Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Brissett. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hubbard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Check, 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 check. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Better bring.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.